the one where you and I are pointing up to the clock tower.
Leave them in there so they know it's okay to make mistakes.
Good afternoon and welcome to a Thankful Thursday. We are here for our weekly read aloud, and today I am at Rockwell Automation, formerly known as Allen Bradley. Now, if you have ever traveled downtown, even on the expressway, you have seen the giant clock tower that we all look at when we drive past. And I am so honored to be here today in the actual clock tower doing our read aloud for today. So we've got some surprises for you because there are some really cool views up here. And so we're gonna make sure that we share that with you after our story. So I'm at Rockwell Automation in the clock tower. This actual clock tower is the largest four-sided clock in the Western Hemisphere. How cool is that? And I just learned something really cool. The Bradley family actually lived on the campus. So they lived right outside the building. It was their winter home. How cool is that? So some really cool facts. Again, we're going to share some more information with you a little later, but we're going to get started with our story. Our story today is called The Most Magnificent Thing, and our author is Ashley Spires. Had to read something that had to do with engineering and building because we're at Rockwell Automation. The Most Magnificent Thing. Here we go. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. She makes things. He unmakes things. One day, the girl has a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it will look. She knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it, and she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way and get to work. There she goes. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side. Her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are all shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even kind of sort of okay. It is all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another try. I love that she's given it another try. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with her paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it a square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. She adds an antenna. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese, but none of them are magnificent. Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing that she has in her mind. She gets mad. Uh-oh. Because sometimes when things don't go our way, we get mad. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work, and her brain is too full of all the not right things. If only the thing would just work. Crunch. The pain starts in her finger. It rushes to her brain, and she explodes. It is not her finest moment. So she got a little owie, and she's not happy. I'm no good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something surprising. There are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on one, the shape of another, the wheel to seat ratio of the next. There are all sorts of parts that she likes. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the most magnificent thing. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure there are no distractions. This is the perfect thing to ward off bears. This will stop that leak. This one's all wet. Wait a minute. The afternoon fades into evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. So she's taking some of those things that were all wrong and making them all right. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little to the left, and it's a bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work too, but it's just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing. So she turned it into a little scooter for her and her assistant. The end. The most magnificent thing. All right, so stay tuned for some really special surprises from right here in the clock tower at Rockwell. I do hope you enjoyed our story for today. Just us and books. All right, so we are still in the clock tower of Rockwell Automation. And as you can see, my producer Maceo is enjoying the view, and he is looking out at downtown Milwaukee. And as you can see right here to our right is the Home Bridge. And there's USA Bank and Northwestern Mutual. You all remember that. And I'm gonna go this way. And of course, you know I'm looking for Pfizer Forum for our Milwaukee Bucks. It's back there somewhere. And there's the expressway and that beautiful mural you've probably seen off the highway. And we're gonna move a little to the left here. I can see Potawatomi. And because of the fall, look at all that beautiful fall foliage that is there. The colors are changing on the trees, and it is so beautiful out there. Up there's American Family Field and the Mitchell Park Domes. We've read at both of those places. Home of the Milwaukee Brewers right there. All right, let's travel a little. Oh. And we're just gonna go this way. And so this is the back side of Rockwell Automation back here.
Yep, the original building.
Okay, so right here is the original building, because where we are is an addition. And if you've passed by, you've probably seen that temperature tower there, which used to be the original clock tower. And there is Lake Michigan. All right. And so one of the cool things that I mentioned in the beginning of our story today is that the Bradley family used to live right on the campus of Allen Bradley, and there is where they used to live. How cool is that? All right. Giving you the full view from the clock tower. I do hope you enjoyed.